wow. I've done a lot of master classes. I've gone through and like pre-screened all the writing ones. Got a little tired of those, just wanted something different, and stumbled across SARA Blakely. I don't even know what to, thank you very much. I don't even know what to say, guys. For those who don't know, and I didn't, she is the founder of Spanx. You know, that like squish it in, like, so you don't look, you know, the, I don't know what to call them. They're not girdles. I mean, that's the opposite of what they're. Whatever. The intro and all that should tell you what these are. If you don't know Spanx, you're missing out. These things are lifesavers, and now I sound like a product ad, but I'm not. Look, the point is this. This woman is brilliant. It's the only word. She is brilliant. The way that she went about starting this company, launching this product, and marketing it is just, you've got to, if you're going to do a masterclass, I don't care if you're an author, this class will be more valuable than the writing classes. Because if you look at writing as a business and not just as a hobby, and you really want to know how to get your books and your brand and your words out in the world to readers, this is the masterclass to watch. I probably enjoyed Dan Brown and Margaret Atwood more, but I can tell you, I got more out of this. Now, my caveat to this is this. I'm strong in writing. I know how to write. I've been writing for years. I've been writing since I knew how to function in the world. Business, I'm still learning a lot, you know, this, and with business, things are always changing. Where there are rules you can sort of depend on and fall back with in writing, basic tenets that make a great story. Business world will flip upside down and again and again, and then there's a pandemic and again and again and again. And this woman's story is just fantastic. She is versatile. She knows how to roll with the punches. This is a woman who who would get on planes and fly to department stores to stand there and sell products in lingerie departments to customers herself. Very hands-on, of the belief that, look, if you want it done well, you better do it yourself. This, so much of what she talks about, and I've got a book this thick on notes I took, but I didn't want to use that for my review of this. There are so many huge takeaways with this class that I can't even really summarize it. I mean, I'll give you my top things, but I highly suggest you check it out on your own. She is an outside-the-box thinker. She believes that, she works on teams of all men. And she believes that there's room in business for men and women, for masculinity and femininity. She walked into a business meeting once and the men all laughed and were like, business is war. And she was like, okay, well, I don't really want to go to war. I believe in collaboration and communication and teamwork and more feminine type qualities. At the same time, this woman will march in a room. She doesn't care who the audience is, and she'll just throw on Spanx and make it funny. She uses a lot of humor. You can tell that just with the name of her product, you know. You could name it, I don't know, footless pantyhose girdle wear or something, or you could name it Spanx. This is a forward thinker who stays on trends, who believes in teams and collaboration. I'm going to take this class again. I feel like I must have missed something only because there was so much content. And that's sort of how she talks about her brand, you know, from the second that you get the packaging all the way through that process. It's very customer focused, and I felt like that was how her class was too. It taught me so much when I took what she was saying and applied it to my writing, but also applied it to publishing. I thought about a lot of the things she said about sort of what you can offer a customer that stands out from other publishers or other authors. And it's something that I guess the best way to say this is all the things she said I already knew, but she not only reinforced them, but she gave me tools of other ways to think about them and very specific steps on how to like formulate and organize those thoughts and take those ideas and turn them into an active plan. I have about 30 pages of notes on ways that I'm going to incorporate some of the things that she's talked about into my own work, into Crazy Inc., into our teams, into how I relate to readers. Awesome class, guys. 20 million stars. I mean, I cannot say enough good things about this. I seriously think if you're not going to get the full masterclass thing so far, my number one pick is Sarah Blakely, and I am shocked. It had to be an author, in my mind, if I would have put money on that. But no, this is a businesswoman who's just, wow. She's fun. She's funny. She's honest. She's not afraid to be vulnerable. So many of the things I believe in that can work, but are often questioned or doubted in a business setting. This woman knows, and I admire her. I get a kick out of her. There was a time period where she did stand-up comedy, and I wish she still did, because I found her to be really funny. I don't know, one of those kindred spirit tribe people that you never met before. Anyway, loved it. I think you guys would love it too. Check it out. It doesn't have to be pantyhose or women's lingerie. You can take these same concepts and apply them to your writing. You can take the same business ideas and models and apply them into what you're doing, whether you have a big team or you have no team at all. Sarah started in her apartment. Sarah called up really scary, intimidating people and just pushed and pushed and knew when to pull back. She knew about offering a value that was different from the rest. She knew about getting her hands dirty and that hustle, grind, but also when to stop and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to tone it down. I'm going to take a couple of days off and chill out, an area I struggle with. Anyway, guys, I just cannot say enough about this. If you're interested in the business of writing, that's the masterclass for you. Until next time, peace, love, books, and crazy.
Meet a woman who took her idea from the drawing table and made it happen.
Sarah Blakely, who turned $5,000 of her own savings into an empire.
She did it through innovation, grit, and a sense of humor. Celebrities around the world have sang Spanx praises.
Spanx, it's my dream come true. If you keep the Spanx on, it'll all work out.
I've given up panties, so we're Spanx. That's more information than y'all need to know.
This is an entrepreneur. Turned their invention into a must-have in every woman's closet.
They're ubiquitous, and they've sold millions.
In 2012, Spanx founder Sarah Blakely became the youngest self-made female billionaire.
Sarah was recognized as one of Time 100's most influential people in the world.
Sarah Blakely, the Michael Jordan of women's underwear. The company's expanding its brand with an eye toward comfort.
She's the reason you have to be bullish on America.
Sold! We got a deal!
Sarah's always pushing herself out of her comfort zone.
Cheers.
Sarah Blakely admits she's not your typical CEO. She's bringing balanced feminine energy into business.
Sarah is sharing her success by empowering women around the world. She started with an idea and has built an industry. She's a game changer.
I started Spanx as a frustrated consumer. I had no experience. I had $5,000 set aside in savings. I'd never worked in fashion. I'd never worked in retail, and I had never taken a business class. I just simply wanted to be able to wear white pants to a party and have nothing show underneath it. And my very first product became footless pantyhose that transformed how women wore clothes and filled a much needed gap between sort of the heavy duty girdle and the thong. And that's how most entrepreneurs get started. They either A, solve a problem or make something better.